أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Rabbi Ishrah li sadri. Well, yet we learned in lesson 16 that in Arabic language all the plurals of irrational nouns are treated as a singular muannas. This is very peculiar, and this we learned in lesson 16. Now, the beauty of Madina book with the guidance and planning of Dr. Abdurrahim, may Allah reward him forever and ever in Jannat al-Firdaus. He, has designed these exercises, which to me are very beautiful. It can become beautiful only with one thing, and that is you have to write. The more you write, the better you will become, my brothers and sisters. There is no other way. There is no other way of learning except to write, to write, to write. People, most of the time, students ask me, how can I memorize all these things? But the way I memorized it, I used to write. The more I wrote, it just entered into my mind, and I would just remember it when it came in front of me. So you will do the same thing, my brothers and sisters, because now we are learning the plurals of nouns which are gair akil, and they are all broken plurals. There are some akil plurals which are also broken plurals, and there are mostly it is gair akil we are concerned with. But before you ask me questions, I'm going to send you tonight, inshallah, a very important handout which will answer your questions about akil and gair akil. Wait for it for tonight, inshallah. I've sent to many of the students, but I'll send it one more time. Now, my brothers and sisters, I have a request. Anytime, if I send you something and it is a duplicate, you already received it before, please ignore it, delete it. Sometimes I lose track of what I sent, to whom I sent. So inshallah, you'll keep that in mind. If you receive from me extra, again, just delete it. So this I will send you tonight, because I have sent this to many students. Now that, alhamdulillah, with the mercy of Allah and with the help of so many brothers, I have got into that grouping of all the emails that I have, so it doesn't take time. So when I send it, I send to the whole group. I have about 100 and close to 150 students in my grouping, and I'll send it. And remember, please, you can share it with everybody in your circle. You can share it, please. This dars is free, and anybody can join. Anybody can join. So just pass on the conference ID and the password. Just pass it on to everybody who's interested in learning Arabic, inshallah. So my brothers, now I'm telling you something, and you will, inshallah, figure out. I want you to participate in everything that we do. Okay, here is the exercise, and that's number 17. That's number 17. Abwabul Masjidi. What is abwab, my brothers and sisters? It is the plural of bab. Babun, one door. Abwabun, many doors, Abwabul Masjidi maftuhatun. I ask you, sir, why it is maftuhatun? It means it's a monas and singular monas. Are you with me? Singular monas. So why it is singular monas coming as a khabar? Because this is irrational noun and it becomes singular monas. Kullu jama monas. This is the one phrase you will remember. Kullu jama monas. And that applies to all gair akil, irrational. And we'll be doing a lot of practices. So I'm writing here, my brothers and sisters, on my own. Abwabul masjidi maftuhatun. Can you change abwabu into babun? Make it babun, singular. How will you say now? Babul masjidi. Huh? Do you see? Babul masjidi. Abwab change into Babul masjidi because I asked you to change it in singular. So Babul masjidi, what will be the khabar? Maftuhun. Maftuhun. Okay. Now when you say Abwabul masjidi, then it became kullu jama muannas and it became maftuhatun. Maftuhatun. Now this is very important. You will only learn this by constant practice. Otherwise, it will fly over you. Huh? So then you will be singing Hawa mein udta jaye, mera fi'al or mera fa'il. Now I have written here in the box, I want you to pay attention to it. This is all in the Madina book key. Remember, the key is there in the new Madina book that Brother Yusuf Jamal prepared it, typed it, and they are very beautiful. Most of you have it, but this is where all the information is there. Very important point to remember. What is it? Agreement between Mubtada and Khabar. Mubtada and Khabar have an agreement. Huh? What is the agreement? The Khabar agrees with Mubtada. Okay. The Khabar agrees with Mubtada. How does it agree? In number and gender. In number and gender. Now you have to just keep this in mind, and inshallah you will never make a mistake. This all comes in the Quran. Okay, so here we are. Okay, brother, I go to the first. Abwabul masjidi maftuhatun. Is the khabar agreeing with mubtada? Yes. How does it agree? In gender. In gender. This became kullu jama muannas. So it became a singular muannas. Remember, singular muannas, and the khabar is muannas. Keep that in mind, that the khabar agrees with mubtada in number and gender. We'll talk about number as soon as we come across it, inshallah. Number 2, liman hazihil buyutu al jadidatu. This hazihi means these. Why did you say these? Because kullu jama, becomes singular. And instead of haza, you said hazihil buyutu. Fine, this is your buyutu. And then buyutu, bring a naat, bring an adjective. The adjective must match with the noun it qualifies. It is muannas singular, the adjective becomes singular. Did you see? The noun qualified has al. It has al, my brothers and sisters. So this has al. Buyut is muannas. This is muannas. Did you get the idea? Inshallah. Here, the answer. Answer is here. But here we use for singular muannas. But here means these. These houses, the new houses, these belong to Limudiril Sharikati. Sharikati is the corporation, director of the corporation. So this is the meaning of these. These. Okay, or you can say they. You can say they belong to the director of the corporation. Number 3, An-Nujumu Jamilatun. MashaAllah. So what is Nujumu? Kullu Jama Muannas. Okay? Plural. Broken plural. Gair Akil. So the khabar should match. Muannas, Muannas. Jamilatun. Okay, my brother, I want you to make it into singular now. Make Nujumun into singular. I wrote it down. And Najmu. What will be the news now? Jamilun. The star is beautiful. But when you say the stars, the stars are beautiful, you will say An-Najmu, An-Nujumu, I beg your pardon, An-Nujumu Jamilatun. You have to understand this very well, and then things will become so easy. You will enjoy it, inshallah. I want you to enjoy every lesson, my brother. Okay, here. Hazihi durusu sahlatun. These lessons are easy. No, my brother and sister. I want you to make it in singular. What will you say? What will you say? Haza darsu. This lesson, you will say sahalun. Not sahalatun, sahalun. But as soon as you say durus, here comes, instead of haza, it became hazahi durusu sahalatun. Sahalatun. So this is, we have to keep it in mind. These lessons are easy. Fil Hindi, in India, lugatun. See, lugatun is a plural, but it is ghair akil. So then the naat is kasiratun. There are many languages in India. Fil Hindi, lugatun, kasiratun. We come to the next, number 6. Ainal kutubul jadidatu. Make it singular, just for the fun of it. I'm trying to steer your mind into thinking. Wherever it is easy, I'll ask you to do it. And inshallah, you will do it correctly. Ainal kutubu jadidatu. Make it singular. What will you say? Ainal kitabu al jadidu. Ainal kitabu al jadidu. As soon as you say kutubu, ainal kutubu, it became jadidatun. Now, where is the answer? Answer is here. What is the meaning of here? They are in the library. They are in the library. Okay, fine. Tilkal sururu maksuratun. See, sururu, beds. What is the singular of sururu? Sarirun. See, the way I'm saying, I want you to think and say it, inshallah, with fluency. Don't rush. Rome was not built in one day. We'll get to it with hard work and consistent writing. Those are the two options. Hard work and consistent writing, answering all these questions will make you very strong, inshallah. Then after a month or so, you will say, I knew this for a long time. Maybe I knew this from my childhood. I want you to feel that way, inshallah. So if I make it singular, then I'll say, Zalika sariru maksurun. Zalika sariru maksurun. But when I make it into surur, it came here tilka, sururu, and then this must match. Khulujama monas, maksuratun. Fine. Now here comes something I want you to understand. Asatul yabaniyatu. This is a saatu is a singular. Asaatu mubtada. What is al yabaniyatu? This is the naat. The Japanese watch. Only one watch. Japanese watch. Rakhisatun. Cheap. They are very inexpensive. I won't say cheap. I will say inexpensive. Now, see, asa'atu muannas, rakhisatun muannas. Now, here is another beautiful thing. Humurun is the plural of himarun. Himarun has got two plurals. And himar is a gair akal. So we will say, hazihi humurun. Hazihi humuru or hazihi hamirun lil fallahi. So how will you translate? These donkeys belong to the farmer. These, remember how we are translating? These donkeys belong to the farmer. Now we are asking sisters, Aina kutubukunna, where are your books? What should be the answer? Here, they are in the class. So here is mubtada fil fasli, jar majrur, shubu jumla, khabar. Fine. Hadihi kutubi. These are my books. And tilka, and those are the books of my sister. Now come on, look at this. Hazihi kutubu, and then we added ya, which made it kutubi. So if you were to analyze it, then you will say hazihi mubtada, kutub, khabar, huwa mudaf, and this is mudaf ilayhi. So it became kutubi, my books, hazihi kutubi. But tilka kutub, same thing. Why I use tilka? Because it is ghair aqil, ukhti. Those are the books of my sister. Okay, come on. This is another interesting thing here. Hazihi makatibu tullabi. Makatibu tullabi. Now, again, maktabun, makatibu. Remember, makatibu. Makatibu becomes mamnu min sarf. It won't decline fully. We have talked about it, but I will again say it here, my brother. Just like this, fundukun, fanadiku. Okay? Maktabun, singular, maktabun, and then plural, makatibu. Now, as soon as you see something like this, it tells me that it is diptot, it won't decline. Makatibu, makatiba, and again, makatiba. And there are some rules that we will be learning gradually, inshallah. So, hazi makatibu tullabi. These are the books, are the desks, makatib, desk, maktabun, desk. These are the desks of the students. Right. Now comes another beautiful sentence. Fi hazihi shari fanadiku kabiratun. See, fanadiku, it's a plural. The naat, this is the naat for fanadiku, kabiratun. So what is the singular of fanadiku? Fundukun. Fundukun is singular. Fanadiku mamnu min sarf. So fi harfjar, ism majroor. And what will be this, my brother and sister? This is fi, this is ism majroor. Can you guess it? Haza has come and followed by a definite noun with al. So this is the badal for haza. I hope you get it. These are the things I would like you to understand and quickly figure out in your mind. Fi hadhihi shari, in this street, fine, there are big hotels. We will translate in English different way. We'll say there are big hotels in this street. There are big hotels in this street. Alhamdulillah. Now here, very beautiful, interesting exercise. Dr. Abdurrahim is a master in designing these exercises. And you know, you have to appreciate his wisdom and his farsightedness. Whatever he is teaching in the previous lesson, it is brought here again for you to practice. Nothing more. Huh? You will only see what you studied coming back for us to make more practice, and maybe once or twice he will put something new, and then the onus is on the teacher to explain it properly. So, Alhamdulillah, my brothers and sisters, I cannot show you my books that I was made to study, and everything is mixed together. My friend Afzal Rahman said, khichdi. It becomes a khichdi. But I say, no, brother Afzal, I will not say khichdi. I will say it become khichda. So all these things, if you bring everything together, Madi, Mudari, Amar, all these things together, and singular, plural, all these together, it is mind-boggling, and you give up because it is not possible. Madina books are the best books. I have said it in every session. These are the best books designed for whom? For us. Designed for us. Why us? Because our mother tongue is not Arabic, and we want to learn it the way it is mentioned. It is mentioned. Brother, you have to pardon. There's some fire alarm going in the building, but I'll continue the dars. I hope it will stop. We'll wait 2-3 minutes, my brothers. There is no way for me to silence it. I hope there is not a major issue downstairs somewhere. I'm on the 19th floor. Huh? Inshallah, I'll carry on with the lesson, my brothers and sisters. So in this exercise, I hope you can hear me, inshallah. In this exercise, the answer will be with here. Huh? Because they're all broken plurals. They're articles. Aina al-kutubul jadidatu, what will you say? Here. And then you can say anything you want. Here, ala al-maktabil. Here, ala al-maktabil. Mudarris, you can see. They are on the desk of the teacher. You can say that. Aina al-kutubul jadidatu. Here, and you can say anything. Here, fil fasli, you can say. Number 2, liman hadihil buyutul kabiratu, to whom these big houses belong to. Your answer will be Here, these belong to Tujjar. These belong to Tujjar. These belong to the merchants. Okay. Now we come to number 3. Oh, Bapari Bapari. You will manage it, by the way. I hope you are not too disturbed by this. Number 3. Abwabul Sayarati. Abwabul, see, Abwabul means here there is a question. Abwabul. Abwabul. Are the doors of the car open? See, Abwabu Maftuhatun. Maftuhatun. Abwabu Maftuhatun. What will be your answer? Naam. Yes. Here Maftuhatun. They are open. Here Maftuhatun. They are open. Aina Aklamul Mudarrisi. Where are the pens of the Mudarris? Where are the pens of the teacher? Okay, the answer will be here. It says all I have to answer is here. Here, here firstly you can say. Here al-Maktabi you can say. Whatever you want to say. But you see, I encourage you to look to the answers. I encourage you to look to the answers in the Hallo Tamari. I don't mind. There's one condition. You look there and you write it. If you write it, then I'm satisfied. And in future, before you go to Hallo Tamari, the answers to the solution, you will try to figure out something in your mind. Whether it is correct or not, you can check yourself. But we can figure out in our mind itself. Now here, same thing here. My friend says, Aina fillabi. Aina fillabi. Kalbun, one dog. Plural fillabi. See, now here you are trying to figure out the singular and plural. Kalbun, fillabi. Abwabun, babun. Kutubun, kitabun. Okay. Here fil hadithati. What will be your answer? Here. Brother, this is mourners. Dogs are not mourners. But because Kulu Jama mourners, we say here fil hadithati. They are in the garden. Aina kutubuki ya Maryam, we are asking Maryam. Aina kutubuki. Where are your books? Oh Maryam. What is her answer? Here fil hakibati. They are in the bed. Here. Kutubu. Here fil hakibati. Aina dafatiru tullabi. Daftarun became dafatiru. Dafatiru. See what single dafatiru, this is a special plural, you know. And we will learn more about this. Aina dafatiru tullabi. The answer will start with here. Here in the Mudarrisi. They are with the teacher. I will write down here for you. Here in the Mudarrisi. You can make any question answer you want, and then you can check it, inshallah. Aina fanadiku sagiratun. See, Aina fanadiku sagiratun. Where are the small hotels? Whatever you want to say. Here, khalfal madrasati, you can say, or you can say here, khalfal mustashfa, they are behind the hospital, whatever you want to say. Liman hadihil aqlam. To whom these pens, new pens, aqlamu jadidatu. You have to watch all these things. Here, you will start here. Li, you can say li. You can, here lit talib al-jadidi. They belong to the new student. Or you can say here, libn al-mudarrisi. They belong to the son of the mudarris. Okay, fine. Now we come here. This is very beautiful. Very beautiful, my brothers and sisters. You should love it. Try to and feel proud of your understanding. Feel proud, I mean it. Also, you should feel happy that you can write and understand all these things, you know. And inshallah, you will feel that in your heart. Okay, my brothers and sisters. So what is here, my brothers and sisters? Misal, example. Change the subject, each of the following sentences into plural. Into plural. Plural, as shown in the example. Okay, fine. Al-Babu maftuhun. The door is open. Remember, one door. Now when you say Al-Abwabu maftuhatun, see, again, same concept being repeated for us to practice and practice, more practicing. Al-Babu maftuhun. Al-Abwabu maftuhatun. Why? The rule says that the mubtada khabar match each other in gender. Whatever abwab is not a feminine. Abwab is a plural. Bab is a plural. Al-babu, the door. Abwabu, the doors. Right? So, but kullu jama muannas. This is treated, the gair aqal is treated like the muannas. So then it becomes al-abwabu maftuhatun. Because this is muannas, this is also treated as muannas, so they met. The doors are open. What will you say? How will you translate? I want you to practice translation also. Al-abwabu maftuhatun. The doors are open. Fine. Now what will you say? Hada kalamun jadidun. Change into plural. Okay. What will you say now? Hazihi. Why did I say hazihi? Because kalamun will become aklamun. Kullu jama muannas. Hazihi aklamun jadidatun. Hazihi aklamun jadidatun. I did not want to write everything. You have to open the books and do it. Now, this is very beautiful. An-najmu jamilun. Change this subject, mubtada, into plural. So what will be? An-nujumu. An-nujumu. And then what will happen to the khabar? Jamilatun. An-nujumu. An-nujumu. Jamilatun. Translation, the stars are beautiful. But we only said this, stars are beautiful. Okay? Now, we come to the next one. Zalika kitabun kadimun. Change into the plural. You will change the Still continuing. Zalika Kitabun, that book is old. So now you want to make this Kitabun into Kutubun. So thing will be Tilka, because more or less. This is masculine. In the singular, everything is normal. But when it comes to the plural of the Gair-Aqil, things change. Tilka, my brothers and sisters, Tilka Kutubun, fine, Tilka Kutubun. What is this? Kadimatun. Kadimatun. Kadimun became Kadimatun. Inshallah. Zalikal Baitu Jamilun. So how will you say? No, Zalika will change into Tilka. Tilkal Buyutu Jamilatun. Tilka Buyutu Jamilatun. Okay. Fine. Now, Hada Darsu Sahilun. So Haza will change into Hazahi. Dars will change into Durusu. And Sahalun, I did not write it. I want you to write it. Sahalun will become Sahalatun. These lessons are easy. Yes, Alhamdulillah. I can say that. These lessons are easy, provided we work hard and write. Hada Darsu Sahalun, Hadi Durusu Sahalatun. Right. Zalika Jabalu Raidun. That mountain that you see is very far. So Zalika will change into Tilka. Jabal will change into Al-Jibal. And then this will change into Baidatun. Tilka Al-Jibalu Baidatun. These mountains are far. I hope you got it, inshallah. So there are more here. Hadihi Hadal Maktabu Maqsurun. So Hada will change into Hazihi. Maktabu will change into Makatibu. Hazihi Makatibu, and it will change into Maqsuratun. Maqsuratun. Now, there is another one. Haza Masjidul Jamil. So then Haza will change into Hazihi. Masjid will change into Masajidu. Masajidu. Okay. Jamilatun. Hazihi Masajidu Jamilatun. These mosques are beautiful. Beautiful. Now we come here, there is something. Hazihi Sa'atun Kafisatun. Now change into Sa'atun into plural. Sa'atun. But Hazihi remain Hazihi. You will say Sa'atun. This watch is inexpensive. Now as soon as you say Hazihi Sa'atun, these watches are inexpensive. So Rakisatun will also be Rakisatun here. Look at this. Look at this one. Hadi Sa'atun, Hadi Sa'atun, Rakisatun. Okay. And here it will be Hadi Sa'atun. Sa'atun same. Rakisatun. Did you get the idea? Write it and think it over. Don't get confused. There is nothing to be confused about. If you know that's very well. Right? Tilka Ta'iratu Kabiratu. So Tilka, my brother and sister, Ta'iratun is the plane, the aeroplane. Ta'iratun Kabiratu. That plane is big. Must be jumbo something. Now how will you Ta'iratun will change into Ta'iratun? So you will still use Tilka Ta'iratun and you will still use it Kabiratun. Did you get the idea? So you have got all these things in your order, inshallah. Tilka Ta'iratun. Tilka tahiratu. Kabiratun. Fine. Haza talibun jadidun. Fine. Now, talibun. What is the plural of talibun? Tullabun. No, talibun is akal. Akal. But the noun is broken plural. We will use it as a akil. So we will say, has he changed into haulai? Haulai. Haza changed into haulai. And then you'll say tullabun jadid. Dun will change into jududu. Haulai tullabun jududu. The handout that I'll be mailing you tonight, inshallah, my brothers and sisters, will explain more detail these things and what everybody reads in the Quran and gets confused that it does not mesh to the rules and regulation. But I'll explain you and keep that thing with you. Inshallah, everybody will benefit. Now here, Zalika Rajulu Tajirun Kabirun. So here again, Rajulun is a akil. So we will say here, Ulaika, Zalika change into Ulaika, Rajulun change into Rijalun, Tajirun change into Tujarun, and Kabirun change into Kibbarun. Everything changed. Do you see this? Zalika Rajulu Tajirun Kabirun. Ulaika Rijalu Tujarun Kibarun. But then write it. And if you understand it, Mumtaz, beautiful. Inshallah, you'll understand. Now the last one, Nahrun. What is the plural of Nahrun? So by doing all these things, you are increasing your vocabs. If you write it plurals, it will help you to master it, memorize it without difficulty. You don't have to make extra effort. Just write. Haza Nahrun Kabirun. This river, Haza Mubtada, and Nahru Badal. This river is big. So now what will you say? Haza will change into Hazihi. Nahrun will change into Anharu. And Kabirun change will be Kabiratun. Hazihil Anharu. Same here. Mubtada, Badal, Khabar. Hazihil Anharu Kabiratun. Alhamdulillah. What is it? Fill in the blanks with suitable predicates. See now, can you see how many exercises are there for the same thing that we studied in the main lesson, in lesson 16, 17, same. So here you have to fill in your own predicate. You have to bring in your own khabar. What is it? What will you say? Al-Baytu. Just match it. Al-Baytu Jamilun. The house is beautiful. An-Nujumu. What will be the predicate? Baidatun, you can say. The stars are far. Or you can say An-Nujumu Jamilatun. Use your mind and think about this. What is this? Broken plural. Okay? Al-Babu. You can say Maftuhatun. You know, whatever you say. Al-Babu Kabirun. Whatever you want to say. Al-Kalamu. What will you say? Al-Kalamu Maksurun. You can say whatever you want to say. Whatever comes in your mind. Al-Buyutu. Now it is Al-Buyutu. I have to bring the predicate, the khabar. I can say Al-Buyutu Kabiratun or Sagiratun or Jamilatun, whatever you want to say, inshallah. Now comes Al-Abwabu. Okay. Here it was Babu, now it is Abwabu. Al-Babu Maftuhatun. What will you say? Al-Abwabu Maftuhatun. Did you get the idea? Maftuhatun. Why maftuhatun? Kullu jama muannas. We treat that as a singular, muannas singular. Or you can say muglaqatun. Muglaqatun means closed. The doors are closed or doors are open. As-sayyaratu. Okay. Tell me about the cars. What are they? Are they new? Are they old? Are they beautiful? You can say many things. Here, as-sayyaratu kadimatun. The cars are old. Kadimatun. Because this is kullu jama muannas. Al-mindilu singular. Al-mindilu nazifun. The handkerchief is clean. See now, singular, nothing changes, you know. Al-fanadiku, fundukun, then fanadiku. Al-fanadiku, my brothers and sisters, the hotels. Where are the hotels? Are they far? Where are they? Are they far? No, it says the hotels are nearby. Karibatun. Karibatun, see? Tun. Jama monas. Kullu jama. Now comes here tullabu. So at-tullabu, plural. The khabar is plural. Mujtahiduna. Mujtahiduna. Okay. The students are hardworking. The students are mujtahiduna. Mubtada, khabar, plural, plural, regular, regular. Al-kumsanu now. This is what is the singular of kumsanu? Kamisun. But kumsanu became muannas. Al-kumsanu wasikhatun. The shirts are dirty, not one, but all shirts are dirty. Now, my brothers and sisters, we come here. We come here. Write the plurals of the following now. See, now, after all this practice, you should be able to do at least 50 to 70% of them correctly, inshallah. Babun, say it loudly, wherever you are sitting. Babun, abwabun. Baytun, buyutun. Najmun, nujumun. Kalamun, aklamun. Himarun, remember the donkey. Humurun, humurun or hamirun. Sarirun, sururun. Nahrun, anharu. Anharu. Nahrun, anharu. Anharu. Comes in the Quran. Anharun. Comes in the Quran many, many times. Inshallah. Now, sayaratun, very easy. Just open your mouth wide for the laddu to be put into it. Sayaratun, sayaratun. Open your mouth. Sayaratun. Like that. Kalbun, kilabun. Tairatun. Again open your mouth. Tairatun. Okay. Darsun, durusun. Bahrun, biharun. Kitabun, kutubun. Kamisun, kumsanun. Darrajatun, open your mouth. Darrajatun. Haklun, these are the field, the farmer's field. Jama is hukulun. Hukulun. Fine. Al-kalimatul jadidatu, sharikatu, sharikatu. Mudirus sharikati, director of the corporation. Rakhisun, kamisun, kumsan. What is the next lesson? Okay, next lesson, my brothers and sisters, is dual. We still have 1 hour. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I don't want to go there now. This has got a, this is something different is coming. I don't want to mix it up. Because in this lesson, we are introduced to duals. Duals, double, musanna. Okay? Because in Arabic is very logic. Very, very logic. There is a singular, there is a dual, and then there is a plural. Okay? So we have, if I ask you something, kitabun, kitabun singular, a book, make it into plural, you will say, I'm not going to do all, you will say, kitabani. Kitabani means two. At the end, you use this ani. Kitab, kitabani. Kalam, kalamun, what will you say? Kalamani. Very, very, very easy, but we don't have to rush now. We don't have to rush. We have to, if I say babun, can you make a dual? Adding ani at the end, babani. Okay, babani. Baitun, baitani. Ukhtun, ukhtani. Akhun, it changes here. Akhwani. Don't worry, we'll come to there later on. Nafizatun, nafizatani. Okay, so we are going to do it next time, inshallah. I don't want to rush it. And now we do some verbs and other things that we want to do it. I think because I have time, I'll start the Mudariya also, inshallah. Now, this handout that I'm showing you, this is one of the most beneficial handout that LQ Toronto has created. I don't know how many people worked in it. Quite a few people worked in it. Brother Yusuf Jamal worked in it. And also when I see all these things, locks and all these things, it can only, one name comes to my mind. My brother and sister, it is the brother Zahid Naeem from Mississauga. He also created this thing. He helped in creation of, see, all these things, that's his style, I can say. But this was definitely Brother Yusuf Jamal. He did it, inshallah. Now, we already know sequence is important. Remember, it's very important. And you must learn all these things very, very beautifully. Now here, 14 pronouns. But I'm not going to do all of them. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do only 6. Only 6. Okay. But the first thing is, my brothers and sisters, no, because Mudariya is much vast, you know, it has many variations. If you remember the song, فعل ماض فعل أمر مبنيان, they are fixed, they don't change. Madi and Amr. Now what about Mudariya? فعل مضارع is morabun. Yeah, it declines, but not like dun dan din. The noun declined like dun dan din. The Mudariya declines like moods. The declension of Mudariya is called moods of Mudariya. Okay, so Fi'lun Mudari'un is morabun. It has 3 kinds of mood. 3 kinds of mood. It can be marfu. it can be mansoob, it can be majzoom, but never majroor. Huh? Never majroor. Huh? Okay, so you have to remember all these things, inshallah. Now, alhamdulillah, there is a page here, so I can use that page now. Remember, sequence. Whatever conjugations you have done, I have been requesting you, dodo goli espro, you use that thing in your mind. Brother Yaqub Walia always makes fun of it, dodo goli espro, and it makes sense. So now, all that thing that you did, you will take that same sheet out and do the mudaria. Do the mudaria in a simple way. The first thing that we do is zahaba. My brothers and sisters, first thing we do is zahaba. I am changing this into mudaria. It will become yazhabu. See here, we got to watch everything and understand everything. Fa kalima, ain kalima, lam kalima. First radical, second radical, third radical. You decide how you want to remember it. First radical, alhamdulillah, there is no major issue there downstairs, my brother. Alhamdulillah. So you will see first radical, second radical, third radical. Okay, my brother, here is the first radical. Okay, first radical, I say. Fa kalima. Here is the second radical. Ain kalima. And here is the third radical. Lam kalima. Okay, my brothers and sisters, if that is the case, then what is this? What is this? Can somebody explain me? There is a fatah here, yaz. It has a fatah there. This is called alamatu mudaria. What is it called? Please remember. Alamatu mudari. What is the meaning of alamatu? Sign. What is mudaria? Fi'al mudaria. This is the sign of mudaria. When you see a verb with the following signs, okay, my brothers and sisters, then it is to tell you that the verb is telling you, I am a mudaria. I am a present or a future tense. Meaning is change. Present tense can become future with minor changes. We will learn that when the time comes. Dr. Abdurim will explain us. Now, I want to explain you these, and I want you to practice all those sheets. But today only 6, not more than that. So here, my brothers and sisters, if I want to define this, this is alamatul mudaria. We don't have to mention. We have to understand. What will you mention? Fi'lun mudariun. Madi. Fi'lu madin mabni. Fi'lun mudariun mu'rabun. Fi'lun mudariun mu'rabun. Okay, fine. Now, there are three things in Mudariya. It can be marfu, it can be mansub, it can be majzoom. Normally, the fi'l Mudariya is always marfu. In normal way, it is all marfu. Just like the noun Muhammadun is always marfu unless something comes in front of it. Ila Muhammadin, Raitu Muhammadan, like that, you know, but otherwise Muhammadun. So fi'l Mudariya is always marfu. And what is the sign of its marfu? Very simple, my brother. It will have a dhamma. Huh? Okay, so how will I describe? Fi'lun Mudariun marfuun bidhamma. Huh? Let me write it down. It's all written here, I think so. If it is not written, see, it says in marfoon, mansubun, majzumun, and they have three groups here. This group is all marfu. No, here, marfu. This is all marfu. And this becomes mansub. And this becomes majzum. This is very interesting. Okay? We will only do this, inshallah. Fine. So I will say fi'lun mudariun marfu'un bidhamma. Bidammati. For the time being, we are not going into any more. Zahaba. Fine. Now, something more I want you to remember. Every time Mudariya comes, or if you have to conjugate a new verb into Mudariya, something can become very easy and interesting for it. I have coined all these terminology, which is not you won't find any book. You will only hear it from me. Even Dr. Abdurrahim doesn't speak that way. But in order to understand easily, and I wanted all the students to understand easily, I say all the time that when you come to fi'l mudariya, make it understand one thing. Okay, five of the fi'l mudariya are five in your pocket. What did I say? आपकी जेब में है, because they are very easy. See, total 14 pronouns. So this is 5, and these are 7. Maybe I should write down. Or maybe I can write down only 5. This is 7, and this is 2. How many total? 14. Okay? The whole sequence of 14 pronouns. Now, my brothers and sisters, because I wanted to make it easy, and also I wanted to make it fun, you know. So I made this, that you can take any verb and you can conjugate in the 5 things that I'm showing you and call it 5 in your pocket. 5 in your pocket, because you don't have to think. Okay, so here I'm writing it for you, my brothers and sisters. Huwa yadhabu. Fine. Here, what will you say? Tazhabu. Here, tazhabu. And then Anta tazhabu. Tazhabu. Anta. You will say, hiya tazhabu, anta tazhabu. Bhai, what is this? This is very confusing. You have every right to say that it is confusing. But it is not confusing. Why it is not confusing? Because the context of the sentence will show you whether it is here belongs to tazabu belongs to here, or the tazabu belongs to anta. Okay, tazabu belongs to anta. Now here huwa, brother, huwa, did you see huwa? And then here, and then anta, and now comes ana. Ana. What will be ana? Azhabu. Ana, maybe I should write down big. Ana azhabu. And then we say nahnu. Nahnu naz. Nahnu naz. Nahnu naz. Habu. So you take any verb that you have conjugated. So if I say to you, my brothers and sisters, make it simple. Maybe we should take the 4 verbs that Dr. Abdurrahim says in the book 1, which is zahaba, and the next one is jalasa. Jalasa. Now this jalasa changes into yajlisu. This is explained very nicely, but remember here the lam kalima, no, ain kalima got a kasra, and there is a story behind that. We will do it inshallah. But now, just for the fun of it, 5 in your pocket, what will you say? Jajlisu, tajlisu, tajlisu, ajlisu, najlisu. Did you get the idea? Yajlisu is huwa yajlisu. And then 5 in your pocket, just remember, you have to memorize this. Okay, huwa, hiya, anta, ana, nahnu. 5 of them will come to you very easily, my brother and sister. Okay, so in other words, what was the other one? Jalasa, zahaba, kharaja. Okay, kharaja will again change in a different form, but we have to learn it anyway. You will learn it now. Kharaja. Fa kalima, in kalima, lam kalima. Then alamatu mudariya. First, huwa. Kharaja. Yak. Ruju. So now, if you see here, my brothers and sisters, what is the big difference? That in Mudariya, we have Alamatu Mudariya. This is the Alamatu Mudariya. And then this is the Fa Kalima. You will always get a Sukoon. The form, the way the verb is designed, Fa Kalima will always get a Sukoon. Ain Kalima is the most important thing. Can have a Fatah, can have a Kasra, can have a Dhamma. Okay, it can have. We will learn. They are all very easy. Okay, and then this thing came here. Yeah, this is important. Now I will switch to something which is more simpler. Fataha. Because let's make it. I had told you in the beginning. I'll go back to there. Where did I go? No, I have to go to the handout. Remember the handout of the book, page 6? Now I'll explain a little bit of page 6. But don't feel confused. I don't expect you to understand everything that I say, but in a couple of sessions, you will understand it very well. And I want you to understand it so well that when we go to book 2, we are approaching book 2 now very quickly. Right now, Dr. Abdurrahim introduced us 4 verbs. Okay, Zahaba, Jalasa, Kharaja, Raja. And then in lesson number 5 of book 2, the floodgates, when the gates of the barrage are open, the water comes in such a big force, nobody can stand in front of that water. It's so forceful. So I always say, when the floodgates of verb are opened by Dr. Abdurrahim in lesson 5, all this thing that we are doing, you will say, what you will say? Mujhe ko aata hai. I know it. Why? How did you know it? How did you know it? Because it is the onus on the teacher to explain it nicely so that everybody understands. And trust me, Madina books are the best, but you cannot learn it on your own. You need a teacher, and you need a teacher who is devoted to teaching in the best possible, easy way. Remember, and I try to fit into that category. The teacher is devoted, willing to work hard, willing to repeat, willing to express everything from different angles, I follow that thing, and inshallah, I'll make you strong, and I'll make you, shall I say champion? Yes, you can say champion. All my students, I had 3 classes before we combined everything, my brothers and sisters. All my students, they have become masters. Trust me. It's a pleasure to see them understanding everything from the Quran also. Okay. Now, here is this thing. This you should remember, page number 6. From here, now today I will change you. There are 6 groups of verbs. Okay, they change differently in Mudariya. But you don't have to worry. We are not going to do everything together. I want you to understand that this is called Bab Nasara. Bab Nasara, what happens? It becomes Yansuru. So in other words, what is Ya? Alamatu Mudariya. What is Noon? Fa Kalima. What is Swad? Ain Kalima. And this is Lam Kalima. Now, the Mahdi, my brother and sister, 5 in your pocket, will always be in this formation. Fa Kalima Sukun, Lam Kalima Sukun, Ain Kalima, all of them. Sukun, Fatah, Kasra, Dhamma will come. So these are the groups. Okay? Dr. Abdurrahim calls them AU. What does Dr. Abdurrahim calls them? AU. What is the meaning of AU? But I'm going to repeat all these things again, so you don't worry. I'm going to repeat it again. I want you to get a little idea now. Only six, only six, not more. So now here we have, as I said to you, that Ain Kalima, this won't come. This won't come. Okay. I have to, no, I think it will just ruin it. And then we have Ain Kalima here. It went into Kasra. And then we have AA. Remember? AU, AA, AA. There are more things to understand. There's a beautiful song I have composed, not today, some other time. I'll first send you the handout and then you will, inshallah, try to memorize it. So here, as you can see, only look at the Ain Kalima, my brothers and sisters. There is a swad here. There's a swad here, there's a ra here, and then there's a ta here. So in Mahdi, these three groups, the Ain Kalima will have fatah in Mahdi. See, Nasara, Daraba, Fataha, Fatah. But in Mudariya, they can have Dhamma, Ain Kalima can have Dhamma, Ain Kalima have Kasra, or Ain Kalima have Fatah. So if the Ain Kalima has got a Dhamma, then this U is the sign of Dhamma. Are you with me? The U is the sign of Dhamma. And here, this U, no, AU, means in the Mahdi, it is Fatah, and in the Mudariya, it is Dhamma. But we are only talking about the Ain Kalima, because all the action takes place on the Ain Kalima. And now here we have Daraba. Okay, so again, Fatah in Mahdi, but in Mudariya, it got a Kasra. So then the group, Dr. Abdurrahim calls it AI. A means Fatah in the Mahdi, I means Kasra in Mudariya. And then we have this group, AA. Mahdi also Fatah, Mudariya also Fatah. So these are the things you will choose verb from here. I think I have told you to choose verbs from here. And this I will explain you next time. Now I'll go back to, inshallah. I was here, inshallah, I was doing this, my brothers and sisters. So, Alamatu Mudariya. There are five. There are five Alamatu Mudariya. What are they? From here, if you see, there's a Ya. There's a Ya. And then there's a Ta. And there's a Ta again. Okay, maybe I should move this here from here. So I say here Ta. Then Ta again. And then for Ana, this is Hamza, and then we have Nahnu. Okay? Ta, no, this again has to go out. Hiya ta and anta ta. Okay, hiya ta, anta ta. This is Hamza with fatah and Nun with fatah. And now we have here ya. Okay? Ya. Now you have to remember this, my brother and sister, that these are alamatu mudariya, sign that you will see in the beginning of the mudariya. This sign tells you that I am now mudariya, fi'l mudariya. Okay? I am no longer Mahdi or Amr. I am fi'l mudariya. And then 5 are same, they will never change. Huh? 5 in your pocket will never change. Okay? So if I ask you, my brother and sister, if I ask you, Zahaba, what will you say? Zahaba, Yadhaba, Zahaba, Yadhaba, Tazhaba, Tazhaba, Azhaba, Nazhaba. Huh? Now let us take it from Fatah. Huh? Okay? To make it a little simpler, Fatah. Yaftahu. See the Ain Kalima here, my brothers and sisters? This is Ain Kalima. This is Ain Kalima. It did not change. Yaftahu. So if I tell you Fatah Yaftahu, 5 in your pocket, what will you say? Yaftahu, Taftahu, Taftahu, Aftahu, Naftahu. Very easy. Immediately you figured out the 5 of them. 5 in your pocket. And now anything that you say, let me go back here in here. Let us go into the verb. Zahaba, okay, you said. Mana, Sharaha, Najara, Bada, Sa'ala, Kara'a. Fine. So all of them are Bab AA. So you have done 1 and 2. Now I will say to you, Rafa'a, or you can say, or Raka'a. Let's do Rafa and Raka'a. Let us do Rafa'a. Rafa'a. Madi. Fa kalima, and kalima, lam kalima. Okay. Now I do here Rafa'a. Alamatu mudariya. Ya. Yar. Sukun on Fa kalima. Fatah on N kalima. And Dhamma on Lam kalima. Yarfa'u. So if you know this, I tell you 5 in your pocket. Huwa yarfa'u. Hiya tarfa'u. Anta tarfa'u. Ana arfa'u. Nahnu narfa'u. Maybe I should write down. Huwa tarfa'u. Hiya tarfa'u.